I'm going to very quickly go through the slides, but really the slides are here so that if you miss something, you can go back to it. So this is the getting set up in Terra. After this session, I'm going to show you where to find things about your billing project, which we talked about, where to link authorization, just so you know where to go, where to find showcase workspaces, and then we're going to actually find and clone a workspace that we're going to use for the rest of this session. So I'm going to go to app.terra.bio, and you should as well. And if you haven't logged in, you will want to log in. I'm already logged in, so that's great. This is the landing page. There's some shortcuts here. If you want to view your workspaces, you do that here. Examples are showcase workspaces, which we'll get to, and then browse data will take you to the data library. This link gives you documentation, and this is an article about co-branded sites like Anvil. And the main navigation menu is up here on the left. It's on every page, and there are a number of drop-down menus that you can use. If you click down here, you could go to your profile, which will give your your information basics. Groups, setting up groups is how you set up an authorization domain. You would first set a group and then include that group as an authorization domain if you have data that you need to controlled access data. We talked about billing, so I'm going to show you the billing page. I have a number of billing projects that I'm on. You should all have the workshop temporary billing project listed, and that allows you, having billing projects here allows you to clone a workspace, and then that billing project is what gets charged for all the work that's done in the workspace. If you don't see a billing project here in your account, that means you haven't been added to the Terra billing, the workshop billing project, and you should send a message right now to Kate Herman in the chat, because she will fix you up. The plus sign here will allow you to create a billing project if you have a Google billing account associated, that you have user or owner permission associated. I don't actually have a billing account on my Broad Terra, so I can't create a billing project. Okay, what else is under here that I want to show you? Under the profile over here, this is where you would link to external servers. So right here is the Anvil Data Commons Framework service that you would use, and if you click this button, you would get directed to a page that would have you log in with those credentials. Also under here are all the libraries, the data library, which has all the data sets that are hosted by Terra, the showcase library, which really quickly, featured workspaces, GATK4 example workspaces, and new and interesting workspaces. All of these give their tutorials and templates, so they're very complete, they're curated, and they're also a really great way to get started in Terra. A really important source of information is the support button, so I'm going to just quickly show it. There's a link to tutorials and videos. We have a number of videos online on YouTube that are super helpful on different aspects of working in Terra. This is the how-to guides, is our documentation. It's searchable, it has articles on all kinds of different subjects. If you want to request a feature on the platform, you click here. The community forum is a great place to go if you are, especially if you're running into a very detailed research problem, because other researchers who have been working on the platform can also look there. If you want to contact us, there's a link for that here, and then release notes. So I'm going to jump ahead to the workspace that we're going to be using today. So if you Did everyone see? Click on the Your Workspaces button right here, and that will take you to this list view of your workspaces. And if you're brand new to Terra, you probably don't have anything in your workspaces, but we're going to set you up with that now. So if you click on the public workspaces and go to the search menu up on the top and search for open access, and that should, this workspace should pop up, the Anvil Open Access Data workspace. And if you click on that, and if you're having any problems at all, please post in the chat. We have people here at the Broad who will hop on and help you navigate, because we want everyone to be caught up with us. So here's the dashboard of the workspace. It gives, it's the documentation view. This is a read-only workspace for all the workshop participants, so you won't be able to edit the dashboard, but it's written in Markdown, and you would be able to edit it by clicking on the pencil right there. But we are going to you're going to make your own copy of this workspace to work in, because as you remember, Tiffany said, the work that you do on Terra is charged to the workspace, the billing project that's associated with that workspace. So right now, if you look up at the top, this is the billing project that's associated with this workspace. And in order to do work, your own work, you need to have your own copy that is under your billing project. And we're going to use the workspace billing project for today. So the way you make your own copy is hop over to this 3 vertical dots on the right. Click on that. You have a couple of options. If you go to the top option, clone, so we use clone and copy interchangeably, and you want to name the workspace something unique to you. The name has to be different from everyone else in this workshop, or else it will not let you copy it. So what I usually do is put my initials and the date. So today is the 9th. And if you were cloning a number of workspaces, maybe you're doing different tests, you could use that in the workspace name. So you're going to choose the workshop temporary billing project, which I'm not on, but no, I am. So if you go to workshop temp down here and you leave the description the same, this is open access data, so you don't have to add an authorization domain, and then click on clone workspace, and in just a few seconds, there's 30 of us all cloning at the same time, so it may take a little bit longer, but you will see your copy of the workspace. It should have the workspace temp billing and the name that you've given it. And since we're running short on the break, and I appreciate that everyone will want to have a little bit of break, I'm going to stop here. But I will stay on chat, and the rest of the other folks on the Broad will stay on chat. So the next presentation is going to be a deeper dive into data in the workspace. I encourage you, if you have time, to kind of look through this workspace. We'll be working with it in the next parts. You can look at the data tab, which is what you would find when you exported your data from Gen 3 as an Anvil user. And there's a couple of notebooks that we're going to use later in the workshop. And there are no workflows because you're actually going to find one on DocStore. So I'm going to stop right here. And if you have any questions, you can ask them post them in the chat. Otherwise, let's take a break until we'll come back at 10:10.